Hey, hoping to get that coyote to howl again. I don't even know if I can get it on this recording. I don't know why it always does one when I come out here. It's like right when I get out to the field it does one little howl. It's always kind of a different howl too. You can always tell it's a coyote though. So I'm out at the field and it's another day of just gray. I haven't made any videos in a while. I figured, I don't know. I go through phases where it's like I'll make one every day, and then I don't make one for a week. But here I am again, and it's like you kind of run out of stuff to talk about too, and I don't want to talk about the same exact stuff. And part of it is I want to have some sunrise in the background, but that's not the case. It's just gray out here. I mean, here, you can check it out. So, but I mean, it's good. It's good. It's a good thing to contrast the nice sunrise days with. The nice sunrise days are amazing, and this summer, for some reason, there was like a million of them in a row. It was actually when I first started coming out here, every single day there was a beautiful sunrise, and I thought it was like, wow, is it just a thing where it's not cloudy in the morning? Because even there would be like rain later in the day or whatever, but we kind of had like a big drought up here in New England, and I was thinking maybe it's a thing where in the morning it's not that cloudy ever, but I just hit a streak of beautiful sunrises. Oh, I see a bunch of deer up there. They just ran across the trail in front of me. These guys saw them. But yeah, so I just hit it when I first started doing sun gazing and coming out and watching the sunrise and hanging out in this field and the pond and the beach. It was like beautiful sunrise every day. And the last week has been nothing but gray skies, which is good, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like New England, where I live, so much, is because of the changing seasons. And we do have a lot of gray days, but that just makes the sunrises so much sweeter. If you don't have something to contrast it with, then how could you even really appreciate the nice days, And that's just the way I think of it. I wouldn't want to have just like sunrises that are perfect every day, and just I don't know, it kind of loses its value to me. But now that it's been a week with no sunrise, I mean, it's just, the sky has just been gray. And even yesterday, I remember, I'm always looking at the sky even throughout the whole day. I don't know if I'm more akin to that now that I've been coming out here and watching the sunrise, but I think I am a little bit more. I've always kind of been a sky person anyway, and like to look at clouds and stuff in the sky or whatever, but I've noticed that there's just like gray, but there was like a little tiny patch of blue yesterday. And, even that little tiny patch of blue was like, that was like amazing, because I was like, wow, that's like the first time I saw blue sky in a while. So because I had the 5 days of just gray sky, I looking up and seeing that little tiny patch of blue meant a lot. So it really adds a lot of meaning to have something to contrast the nice with. Yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick video just so I don't completely stop doing it altogether, because I'm sure I'll have more stuff to talk about in the future. And I do get into I start everything, everybody knows it's easy to start doing something, but to persevere when you're like, I don't really want to do it, because I really do believe that I started it with the right intentions. I completely didn't do social media for a long time. And the only real reason why I got back into it was because of like YouTube. I guess saying that I didn't do social media is wrong, because I did watch YouTube, which I believe is social media. Well, it's definitely social media. And there was a lot of people that inspired me on there, and that I really resonated with. So I wanted to kind of do that myself in a way, and just try to be as authentic as I could, and not to get views or subscribers or whatever. Like I really did want to do it just to, to spread, you know, to spread the positivity, not to sound mumbo jumbo-y, but for real, just to spread positivity, and maybe somebody else could watch the video and be inspired too. Is just that, there's plenty of YouTubers out there that are super authentic and that really have a good message and are really being themselves. And it really helped me a lot. It helped me so much that I was hard pressed to find people like that in my real, in my day-to-day life. I didn't run into people that had, people that thought about spirituality and stuff like that much. Everybody kind of, is so matrixed out that it's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's like you can't, and that's the thing. It's like once you start seeing this stuff, you're like, you really want to talk to other people about it. You really want to talk to people about, connecting with nature. You really want to talk to people about, thinking about how everything is one. You really want to connect to the universe, and become that, start to embody that, I don't even know how to say it. Some people could word it much better than I can. But to really just, embody that thing that's not just your ego, because my whole life I thought I was just my ego. I don't know what kind of bird that is. That's a pretty cool looking bird. It's not the greatest flyer. Let me see if I can. Nah, see, I can't. You guys probably can't see that, but yeah, just to try to, think outside of your ego, or even to just acknowledge that there is an ego. Once you see that there's an ego, it's like, oh wow, it's like I've been telling myself that I'm this person, and I've made this whole story, this whole narrative up in my mind of everything that I am, and everything that's happened to me, and everything, that just this whole personality, this whole persona. And I had no idea that it was just the ego that I created and the story that I created. And it really blew my mind once I started thinking outside of that box, outside of my thoughts, once I really started realizing that I'm not my thoughts. And even that idea right there, it's like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? Like, you ask people that question, they're like, well, I'm like my brain. It's like, well, your brain, you're just a brain? Like, how are you just a brain? Well, no, I'm what I think I am. And it's like, well, yeah, but how come I can acknowledge the fact that I have thoughts? How can I kind of observe my thoughts? How am I conscious of my thoughts? before I just thought the thoughts were just me, but now I can observe them. And it's just that alone right there was really profound for me. And I learned it from people on YouTube. You know what I mean? It was just, I don't know, stuff just started popping up, and I don't even know exactly how I got to it, but it was just like spiritual YouTubers and stuff, and they were just talking about meditation and nature, and I started resonating with that. And then I started realizing that there's a lot of similarities in a lot of people that meditate and really practice spirituality, as far as like really trying to go within and really deriving their peace of mind from themselves, and not looking for something that's external to fulfill them. And with society the way it is, it's really hard not to just fall into, oh, if I get, like, consumerism is just, oh, if I get this, it'll make me happy. And all this stuff is subconscious, because all that we get bombarded, or I shouldn't talk about other people, but I get bombarded by, everything. You go on your phone, you get advertisements, and you go on, there's a, TV, Netflix, it doesn't matter, but everybody's always getting bombarded. It's like TV programs, and it makes a lot of sense because they do program you. And subconsciously, I had all these kind of like paths that the synapses, the synapses. I was watching this video the other day about how, like, thought patterns, like when we have thoughts, we can fall into certain thought patterns, and like when those synapses fire a lot, then it kind of like carves a path in your brain. So that's why you fall into the same thought patterns. So that's why it's wicked tough to get out of them, but it's totally doable. And the first thing for me was just, like I said before, was just, I don't even think there's a more profound thing than realizing that I'm not just my thoughts. Wow, it's a buggy out today, but it's nice. The peepers are louder than normal, which is really cool. And so I did for a long time, was just like, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to put any videos on YouTube. I'm going to be done with that. I'm not going to do any Instagram or whatever, I'm not going to do any of that. And then I kind of had like a different look on it after I found these like spiritual YouTubers, and I'm like, this could be a way for me to spread positivity. And maybe something I say resonates with someone else. And who am I to not put that out there? So here I am, just putting it out there, And there's going to be plenty of times when I don't want to do it. But I think that's it. And I don't know, like I was saying before, I don't know whether I'm going to do it every day. Well, obviously I'm not, but I want to try to do it, somewhat regularly, because to be 100% honest, it keeps me on track too. For me to, just record and even just hear myself talk, because everything I'm saying, I'm the one who needs to hear it the most. To believe, well, I don't know, yeah, kinda. I'm the one who really needs to hear it the most. And I just will say things out loud, and then they resonate with me. And basically, like I was saying about having the thought patterns, the bad thought patterns, carving a path in your brain, taking in all this new information and applying that and carving a path with those thoughts and a more positive outlook. And yeah, I mean, life is great. It's like, but it's, before I thought it was more of like a, like life is just about like you just want to be happy. But to be honest, I've learned that that's not what I want. Ultimately what I want is to have a transcendent purpose in life and to fulfill it, and no matter what gets in the way, to keep that my purpose. And that's really what I want, because happiness is, it it's kind of shallow after a long time. I mean, like I was saying, if you have sunny days every day, then you just kind of expect it, and it's just, oh yeah, another sunny day, oh yeah, another sunny day. But New England just kind of beats you up a little bit, and there's a part of me that really likes it, because you get a lot of rain, and then you get, like, sometimes it feels like you get 3 weeks of rain, 2 weeks of rain, and just gray sky every day. And then there's that one sunny day, and I mean, it's just electric when it happens. And I would much rather have that, than just the same thing every day. So it doesn't really matter anyway if I'm I'm super giddy and happy. It really just matters if I believe that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if I'm not, or if I have the wrong intentions, then I don't think I'll be satisfied in life. But even if the life is tough, and I know I'm going about my purpose and trying to spread positivity and having the right intentions and outlook on life, then deep down there'll be a satisfaction and a fulfillment, and that's been my case. So there's a lot of rambling. I thought it was going to be a quick one, but there's a lot of mosquitoes out here, and there is no sunrise again, and that's okay. It's like I said before, it's like a nice blanket. It's like a nice blanket right over the earth. And it won't be like that forever. It'll always change. And that's what's exciting about life. You never know what's coming up. So, have a good day.